goes back to back. Needs 14 pounds, 4 ounces. 25 pounds, 12 ounces. 25-12 with 113 pounds and 11 ounces.
Yeah, it's Lake Fork. We're here in Deep East Texas.
Oh, yes!
He goes back to back and becomes a 4-time Bassmaster.
There's always a weird feeling on day one. You're just uneasy, not knowing what you have, what you got, and that's normal for every tournament. But here it's a little different, because I'm trying to win, obviously.
Livesay is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. One more time, a 4-time Bassmaster winner.
I originally thought he might be anxious and feeling some pressure, but I actually think he's going to be pretty cool and calm today. Let's go fishing on his home pond.
Day 1, stop 2 of the 2024 Bassmaster Elite Series.
A lot of eyes on you at this event, so I'm excited. Can't wait to start. Just ready to go see what we found. See if we can get them going. Oh man, Lake Fork, that's home. Home for me, home for my family pretty much. We're an hour away now, but that's where I've made my living guiding for a chunk of my life. And obviously I've had success there on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
Hey, coming into this event, everybody wondering, can anybody beat Lee Livesay?
He is playing in the back of the minds of all these anglers here. Can anyone beat him this time around? A moment to remember, and it will always be remembered. History of bass fishing, Lee Livesay's domination. 2 events, and not just domination, but in many cases, threatening the record book.
You hear the word Lake Fork, you think big bass.
8:15.
Think of history. You think of innovation in the fishing industry. There's just history there. It's the goat lake. It's the big bass capital of Texas. The list goes on. I just think about all the history of the bait shops and the guides and all the professional anglers in and out, and obviously the giant bass that get caught there. There's just a lot of history when you hear the word Lake Fork. Cruising through Cypress right now, listening to some Bass Live, and then head to Texas, head to Lake Fork.
Got a question for you.
Go to the house, get some tackle ready.
Have this question for you. Give me your answer. Do you think
Organize the boat and the truck, do some laundry, play with the baby for a little bit, and slide up to Lake Fork and get ready for practice. Day 1 of Lake Fork practice starts tomorrow, so we're excited and we're ready.
Stay in 4th place or lower all after?
It's going to be good.
Is it just
Real good.
I want it to happen. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, having Toledo Bend and Fork back-to-back weeks and going straight from one to the next was just, the fishing, tackle, and that stuff wasn't just a huge switch up, just a little bit of stuff, but just the mental prep to, okay, back to Fork. How am I going to look at these million spots in 3 days, and have the timing right and recheck stuff, and at the same time, we're all watching technology just dominate offshore with forward-facing sonar. How much of that can I look at while still looking at my old school stuff and shallow stuff in between? Just a million different variables running through my head.
Me and this lake have not got along. I think I might have made 1 cut out of 3 times being here, and even that cut I was just barely in, but I made the cut. Like I said, this lake just gets my number every year, and I'm hoping to turn that around this week.
Yeah, I mean, any Fork week is just crazy, from family and friends and fans coming down, messaging you, wanting to follow you, wanting to hang out at night. Other anglers calling you, wanting to talk about the lake. Just myself, all the million things that I'm thinking about going on. Riders calling me, bass calling me, different shows calling you. So there's a million different things going on this week that you have to deal with for sure. Yeah, it's Lake Fork. We're here in Deep East Texas. It's got them. It's definitely going to be over 100 pounds. We went from pretty much 80-degree weather to in the 40s, blowing 30 out of the north today. So that's going to throw a little wrinkle in it, but I'm expecting anywhere from 105 to 125, just depending on what some of these guys found. It's my old stomping grounds over here. This is my side. I know everything like the back of my hand on this creek.
Lee's history on this lake and the way he knows this lake is unlike anything I've ever seen. The guy knows the lake better than I've ever seen anybody know a body of water. He's guided here for years, and he knows every inch of this thing. So, you know, it's been pretty incredible to watch him put it together in tournaments and capitalize on wins.
Lee did some incredible things on this lake. He did things every fisherman dreams of.
There he is, not a big one.
Catching those big bags on top water and this and that, coming from behind and winning on your home lake in front of your home crowd. Like, that's what we all live for. That's what we dream about.
Yeah, I mean, I've fished it since I was a little kid, you know, with my dad and growing up. But, you know, when I got out of college and moved back to Fork, that's all I did. You know, I lived on Lake Fork. I've lived in a little bitty RV to start guiding, and then I moved into a little trailer house with no doors on it, and I just lived on the water. You know, I was guiding, you know, 315 days a year, give or take. I was making money and fishing. That's all I did for years. So I've been in just about every nook and cranny on the lake, time and a half over. You know every tree in every pocket. It's where I lived for years, and that's all I did was fish 24/7, whether it was guiding or fishing tournaments. That's what I did on Fork. I've just been around her for years. Yeah, we've had strong south winds the last couple of days, and now we have a 30-mile-an-hour north wind and a big cold front hitting. So the main lake, all those main lake points and stuff are pretty much trashed. I mean, I could fish them in the tournament, but I'm done with all that stuff. I'm looking for some backup plans, you know, and some biting fish, because it's not going to be great what I'm doing. So I'm getting far back in some creeks, looking for some spawners, just trying to find a couple little areas that are protected where these fish are spawning and wanting to spawn. But I'm just checking some stuff, checking some history, checking some protected little pockets, just kind of trying to get a grip on where I can come in and catch a fish if I need to. You can get out on the bank and walk that inside edge and see them everywhere though, I bet. Still one that wants to bite. Little Lake Fork male. Net bait Big Spanky. Watched him eat it. Big one on bed right there. I see your ass in there hiding. There's fish on beds everywhere. There's a 4-pounder. He blended in real good with the watercolor right there. I hooked him where he would have never came off. A lot of fish in here. They've been in here spawning for a while, I can tell. Just, you can't win back here, but something I can come back here and get a couple bites if I need to. If I'm on this side of the lake, might catch a big one, might catch a couple keepers. It's fun fishing, you know. Big rods, you know, KS2 Elite 7.2s with a net bait Big Spanky and 60-pound Sunline frogging and flipping braid. And the same thing, you know, just a bigger rod, KS2 Elite, Halo KS2 Elite, 7.9 extra heavy with the snag-proof Bobby's Perfect Frog. That's how I catch the big ones back here. But we're not going to do that today, just the conditions aren't right. We're just looking for some bites and visually seeing what it all looks like. I just saw a big one right there. Yeah, we're here at a different time of year. We've been here later. May and April a couple times, and once in the fall. So it's just a different time of year. These fish are going to be pre-spawn, wanting to spawn. Probably a lot of them are going to spawn this week. So you're going to have just about anything you want to do.
A lot of timber lake. It's mostly a lot of timber, a few docks. It's pretty much your basic, just East Texas-ish reservoir, you know, but it's been a slot lake for forever, so nobody's allowed to take those mid-range fish out, so they grow very big here.
Place got them. It's full of big fish. They got a bunch of double digits, even a bunch of teeners out there. It's people travel all around the world to come to Lake Fork.
Yeah, Fork's just a fertile lake. You know, they built this lake around fishing, a fishing community. You know, they built brood ponds before the lake was filled up, just hundreds of ponds on the lake that were dammed up, full of water, and they stocked bass in them, and they grew them big, and then they flooded the lake around those ponds. So they built it for a big bass factory. Just the land in general, you know, they built it around, you know, good fertile soil and dairy farms, just a lot of fertileness to this lake when they built it. There's been hydrilla in the past and all the standing timber. You know, the Sherlunker program at Texas Parks and Wildlife, you know, they stock a ton of Sherlunker fingerlings in this lake and just do a really good stocking program here. So this lake is built to build big bass, and it does. This one used to have hydrilla in the middle of it. I have to get my square bill out. Oh, God almighty, how hard did he hit it? There's a big row of stumps right there, and a cut right here. It goes into there, it's protected. And behind us is a drain. All on beds in there. You gotta flip. I ain't flipping. Little guy with a bite though. Shouldn't even set the hook. Mess my bait up. Yes. Got the female. Male, big male. We're kind of not stuck, but it's blowing really hard to where you don't need to be running around right now or you're gonna get wet. And the wind's gonna die down a little bit about 11:30 or noon, so kind of just slowing our roll back here for a minute. I just caught a decent little keeper. See how many bites we can get back here and not be stupid, run around, get wet, break stuff. It's blowing pretty dang good. Yeah, these are those new hooks and they're pretty badass. Got a new Gamakatsu Nano Alpha coating on them. So it's the same style hooks you're used to, but they have the new Nano Alpha coating. Super slick, sharp, really corrosion resistant for saltwater guys or anybody. They don't rust at all. Super sharp. The wind blew real bad in practice. I didn't do a lot of forward-facing sonar stuff. I tried a little bit, and I caught some big ones doing it. But that's just not my game. You know, running points and shell bed stuff like that, it's not happening yet. I knew it wasn't. I caught a few fish doing it. You know, caught an 8-pounder and a couple 4s and stuff like that, just running a big 6-cents mini mag square bill. But the grass bite up shallow is getting better. You know, every time I poke in there and, you know, throw a net bait big spanky or something like that, a swim jig, it's been good. The bites are coming to me. I'm gonna have options, but at the same time I want to win, and I'm not sure if I can win off anything but that starting spot.
Practice was tough on me, bud. I did not have a good practice. I don't think I caught a limit in 3 days. I'm really struggling on even having a game plan going into the tournament. Just gonna kind of try to keep an open mind and try to get in the zone tomorrow, and hopefully it all comes together. This is one of those lakes too, like if you have a deal that consists of running to the backs of things, you're gonna waste a lot of time idling, a lot of time running around. Even though it's a small lake, you can kill a lot of your day doing that to get to those tougher to get to places, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing.
Practice was good. It was warm. Caught a lot of fish, caught a lot of big fish. Did my deal, stayed shallow. Seen a lot on beds, and I don't think they're gonna go far if they do move, but we'll just have to figure that out tomorrow as the day goes on.
Boat flips only. more like fork. Fish has already spawned out, dude. One little egg came out of her. So you saw us sped that big spanky up. Sometimes they want it real fast. I was just thinking in my head on that cast, a lot of these have bit it when I was going faster. I sped that thing up. If you're looking in the springtime just to get bites, that's the setup. Halo KS2 Elite, 7.2 medium heavy, 60-pound sunline frogging and flipping braid. Just a net bait, big spanky. It's a soft swim bait. It's a Gamakatsu 5/0 super line EWG. You want that super line with the braid. That's that new Alpha Nano Alpha. Little 1/8 ounce, 6-cents sinker, just Texas rig, unpegged, and just throw it out there and reel it. It's the most simple setup in the world, and you catch a lot of fish. And a different fish too. I mean, a big, gigantic one, dude. Look at me. Got a backup game plan if the cool stuff doesn't work. We can come throw straight braid, smash on them. Fish is in 10 inches of water. Didn't move. Kind of don't want to be seen back here all of a sudden. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Might change ramps, might go crank a little bit. See how rough it is. Finished up the day way up north, shallow. Had a bunch of bites. Nothing big. Some 3.5 pounders, so just kind of got rid of some thoughts in my head. Practice is done, Lake Fork 2024. About to go do tackle, just got gas. Have a couple bush lights, cook some steaks. Get a game plan for tomorrow. We're boat 24, doing it at 3 o'clock. Everything's done now, it's just time to go catch them. What the hell? That's some fucking cool ass shit. Goddamn. You need a waypoint, dog?
You got one?
Oh yeah. Can't have my boy throwing that.
You said Cinco was better.
That ain't no Cinco, it's a dadgum 4-inch ringworm.
No, it's actually a swim worm. I pulled the swim tail off. Yeah, last week at Toledo, we ended up like 77th. Wasn't a great event, just in the wrong area of the lake. So we really need to make up some points this week. So yeah, if I do that,
I can't, like, you tripping.
I am.
Why?
Okay, you're gonna have a great day, Logan.
You know, you always want to win. Be hard to beat Lee here, but you know, main thing, catch them, get some good points, get a paycheck. You know, get the momentum going in the right direction.
I'm very nervous. You know, I had started Toledo on a good note, and I do not want to lose that momentum. You know, at least a top 50 cut here would be satisfactory, great. I do not feel like I'm on anywhere near the fish to win or, you know, do anything like that.
Let me get the 18 and a half. I'll go scope.
But don't turn it on.
247, one bass.
Don't you put that on me right now,
Ricky Bobby.
I am tripping already, you know it.
I don't want to lose that good finish tomorrow. Like, in my mind, you know, if I finish 31st at Toledo, if I finish 79th or 69th and below, that erases that and I'm back mid-pack. So that's the goal this week, is to not do that. I want to keep that momentum going and hit the Florida stretch with some confidence and some cushion.
Steaks. The old Yanis Meat Market comes in clutch. Break down where we're at. Where we're at right now?
Yeah.
We're That's a little Lake Fork cabin on the back of Birch Creek. You want me to trap him right now?
What are you doing?
About to catch this old pig, I guess. Y'all ready? You watching?
You're gonna do it from your phone?
Yeah, he's about to go crazy. Watch.
No way.
Here he goes. He's about to go crazy. Boom!
Oh, look at him go.
Yeah, Lake Fork this week, you know, there's only one agenda. You know, I'll go down in flames. It's flush or bust. I want to win or get last place. There's no in between with me this week. So for me, it's finding something out during the tournament or add on stuff from practice that I can do to win. You know, you're going to need 30 plus every day, maybe close to 35 a day to win. So I've got to figure out how to catch, you know, 5, 6 to 7 pound bass every day for 4 days straight, or I'll go down in flames, like I said. Things are changing. We've had 80-degree days this week, high 60-degree water, and now we've had 2 days of in the 40s and freezing at night and big north winds. It's still blowing out of the north right now. There's always a weird feeling on day one. You're just uneasy, not knowing what you have, what you got, you know, what everybody else is doing, and that's normal for every tournament. But here it's a little different, you know, because I'm trying to win, obviously, and a lot of eyes on you at this event. So I'm excited, can't wait to start. Just ready to go see what we found, see if we can get them going.
As his sister, what do you think's going through his head?
I originally thought he might be anxious and feeling some pressure, but I actually think he's going to be pretty cool and calm today. Let's go fishing on his home pond.
The state of Texas in general and all the Lake Fork fanatics out there, you know, they mean the world to me. You know, I want to win again for them. It's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to fish to get 49th place. I want to fish for first.
Lake Fork, one of the most dependable big bass lakes ever in the history of these United States. We're here for 4 days of fishing. Antis, Texas is our host city for the AFCO Bassmaster Elite, second stop of the year in this 2024 campaign for 103 anglers who are out there. Back down to Livesay.
On spot number 3 now, everybody. And now we're just running some stuff with wind, checking stuff that didn't have wind all week, just trying to find a unicorn route. But we're working our way back to the east side. We're going to go run some points over there that I actually caught fish off of in practice, and then get up in the grass, 20-pound test and braid, see if we can catch some fish today. It's just a total different ball game right now. There's a lot of conditions to look at. We got fish spawning, you know, fish in trees and drains. The stuff that I'm trying to push is still about 2 weeks away, but I feel like that's the only way that I can win personally. They were biting in here yesterday, though, geez. Right before that front, or during the front, I should say.
Just as he promised. Fishing the shallow now.
I ain't had a bite. Two seven. Start the day straight braid. We had to lay up for a minute, get some fish in the box, and ran a bunch of points without a bite. I'm gonna catch a lot of fish in here.
See that 28 pounds is leading this event, but definitely a surprise to see Lee Livesay put his first 2-pounder on the board at almost 9 o'clock.
Yes, that's a shocker, I'd say.
Well, let's see if we can get some braid singing then.
Seems like you'd be more likely to see a dinosaur or something on the bank than you would see that happening down here.
So weird to have a Yamaha midday report at Lake Fork without Lee Livesay in it, but it's just been a navigational morning for me. He's just trying to run into him, figuring it out. Can you, even though Lake Fork is so much smaller than other bodies of water, as a local or a guy with a lot of history and knowledge, can you run around too much on a small body of water still? Because he had already hit 3 or 4 spots in the first hour of the day.
Certainly you can. You can run around on a 10-acre pond too much instead of keeping a bait in the water. It's hard not to. That's why, you know, we talked about Lee Livesay winning the last 2 events here. It's almost unheard of. You know, that run's going to stop at some point. Hopefully he's, you know, a lot of fishing time left, and I certainly believe he'll have a limit here in the next short while.
You would think so.
It's not easy to catch those 7 to 10 pounders like we've seen some other anglers catch, even if he does get his rhythm going and start catching fish. Even at Lake Fork, catching those 7 to 10 pound bass is just not easy for anyone, including Lee Livesay.
But here's a guy that I love to talk about, and I know you do.
Absolutely.
Lee Livesay, back-to-back Lake Fork champion. And the question is, can anybody beat him? But so far, it's been a relatively slow morning, Jack. What's happening?
For sure, you know, I'm sure he's just kind of making his way through his milk run. You know, he knows everything on this lake. He's going to run into him eventually. It's really just a matter of time. See him up shallow, probably catching a couple bucks. He just keeps moving around in a lot of those right areas. He's for sure going to run into some of those big females.
That is not the size of bass we're used to seeing Lee Livesay
100%.
way on Lake Fork. All of these boats have judges in them. Listen to Lee. I don't think he can believe that he's actually weighing that fish.
For sure. He's not used to that out here.
Try to keep a smile on my face.
I bet.
Yeah, now we got a
Fish number 2. He's got 2 fish.
I'll start somewhere.
Do you think he's just building drama?
100%.
Yeah, always.
Just let it build up, go drop a 30 rack in the last 30 minutes of the day.
And Lee Livesay is in a situation where he needs some. Oh, there he is! Right there he is! Look at us! Look at us warming up. Oh, it's what we do for the fine viewers. And the weird thing is, I'm jealous of his tarpaulin, what he's wearing right now.
It feels good right now,
It really
dude.
does.
My man got me warm out here.
You gotta pull it off.
I appreciate it, man.
Like a dusty cowboy. Speaking of a dusty cowboy, Lee Livesay, 2 fish. Does this, I mean, clearly it has to shock you, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, like I say, he's just going to keep making those same milk runs, running all the high percentage stuff that he knows those females are either there or coming to, and, you know, he's going to run into them at some point for sure.
Lee Livesay obviously weighed in the 3rd biggest bag here. But if you look what he's done in just a short period of time, I mean, in 5 years, 4 Bassmaster wins. He is most likely the winningest pro on the Elite Series since the split. I mean, it is amazing.
Yeah, he's been dominant.
That's crazy.
Get back down to Lee Livesay, the biggest head scratcher so far of our tournament by far.
Really hooked.
Here we
Livesay
go.
hooked up, okay.
Back out on some bigger water. We've seen him in quite a while. Certainly could turn things around out here.
Saw many of, looks like it might have been one of his first casts in the spot.
4.8. 4 pounds, 8 ounces.
All right.
Well, it has been a fantastic day. The numbers are just absolutely off the chart. Eye-popping. Taku Ito You come in at you come in with 30 pounds and you're in 9th place. I think there's some people going to be doing a double take on that one as well. And it's just a Lake Fork at its very best at the top of that leaderboard.
Okay, let's see here, Lee. So, looks like you got 2, 7, 1, 5, and 4, 8.
So many ways. Say I miss you.
Ugh. 8 pounds, 4 ounces, just 3 fish here on day number 1 after going back-to-back here. The question coming in this event was, could anybody beat Lee Livesay? And what happened today, Lee?
I got forked, for sure. Man, this lake is special. Y'all see the weights. It's amazing what this thing produces. And I just had one of those days. It was just that day. I had that day, lost some fish, but nothing that would have mattered. This place is amazing. I will see y'all tomorrow, and I will catch more than 3 pounds or 3 bass tomorrow. I hope.
It's a bad day to be a bush light.
Just got one thing to do. You know what you got to do.
It's going to happen.
Thank you very much. You love your content, man. Thank you, man. I know you had a tough day today, man, but stopping and saying hey to us just made our day. We drove an hour to come do this.
I like him because he's such a good fisherman, and I really want him, and he's really nice, and I just love his YouTube videos, and I just love y'all.
I rocked to lean on a shoulder to cry.
Not the best day I've ever had. Can't even get gas. I've been driving for an hour trying to get diesel and gas and DEF. Got diesel and gas now, finally. But no DEF. We are limited to 50 mile an hour right now because of the DEF. And one of my tires is getting low, and I didn't catch any bass, and it's cold as shit. But I've had worse days, so it's a good day. Gotta catch some bass tomorrow. Get back to the house. Hammering beers tonight. Let's go.
Got a bunch of bush lots. I'll sit down for you.
It's looking good. It's not good at all. At 4:15 and a half. Had opportunity to have, low to mid 20s, but it still would have been great. Been better than where we at. They caught their ass scoping. Scratching my head. Got to avoid another bomb. If I grab another bomb, get cut. Then I gotta go back to work. That ain't no good. I don't know. Think about it. Drink about it. See what we do tomorrow.
Can't drown my pain or make a better man.
I told everybody else. I was fishing the back glade.
I truly couldn't.
They ain't caught shit. Jay will catch them every cast. Weighing them. Say every cast. I saw him catch like 6 or 7.
In the trees?
Couple in the littlest pond in there, the one I told him I got the most history in. Little bitty pond with hydro. It's like as big as where y'all 2 boats are.
Is it by the fence?
Yeah, to the left of it.
Yeah.
The one that's.
Went through there today.
So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I'm probably about 100 foot from him. News on the other side of him. I'm fishing. So kind of got a little closer, and he caught a big and boat flipped away. I was like, kept getting a little closer, and he was Jay Will's cool. I'll give him that. He was holding his bait up, like trying to show me what he was using, you know, because he knew I was throwing a dipper probably in his head. I couldn't see it, you know. It looked like a chatterbait. He was kind of holding his rod up. But he didn't want to say it in front of New because New was on the other side of him, you know. So I got to look, and as soon as New kind of backed off, he quit fishing. He was catching every cast. He backed off, kind of came out a little bit where I was, came out there, and I was like, green pumpkin red chatterbait, dude. So what you got? He's like 23 pounds. I said, yeah, man, why don't you catch him? He said, right here. And I said, yeah, man, I know this really good. I know exactly what you're throwing on. He's like, all right there. Backed off, let me have it. I'm like, I'm about to get right. Whether I catch 10 pounds or 20 pounds, I don't care at this point. I got the 2 pounder you saw me catch at this point. I go in there.
Nothing.
Down a green pumpkin red just to make sure. Nothing. Jay Wheel goes, and I was fishing the next pond the whole time this was going down, right in the mouth of it, right where you should be. Jay Wheel goes to that pond. He just, you know, slow, fishes away over there. As soon as he gets to where I was, 4 pounder. I'm like, next cast. Another one. Picks up wakeworm, catches a little one. I'm like, kick my shit on to Like, just that was my day today.
It was one of them days.
Dude tried to give me his fish, and I still couldn't catch him. He went where I wouldn't catch him and caught him. It was crazy.
This is the highest cut weight ever. I think the second to this was the St. Lawrence River when it was like 20 pounds something ounces. 20. I don't even know what it is. It's got to be 21 and something.
On a good fishing day.
So you saying today wasn't?
No. Huge ass cold front east wind.
And I heard it was fishing good. I didn't know it was fishing good.
Cut weight is 21.11. That is insane.
Always goes up. See if it does here.
It didn't at Toledo.
That's right.
What was your day like today, Caleb?
I had a big one that saved my rear. Had a 812 and some 3.5s and one almost 4. 2212 sitting in 44th place. Don't know how I'm going to do it again tomorrow, but kind of piecing it together as I go. I don't know. Got to kind of keep an open mind tomorrow. Just maybe change my rotation and go scoping. See how it works out.
Just what to do. Go try to just get some points back and do good. Or try to do stuff that I'm not in tune to and try to catch a big giant bag and come back in the cut, you know, where you could have 0 bags at 4:30. Just thinking. I honestly don't know what I want to do.
Lee, it's all part of the story. Big comeback. Oh yeah, now. The world's against you now. Now it's time to deliver. A2, stop 2 of the 2024 Bassmaster Elite Series. The AFTCO Bassmaster Elite at legendary Lake Fork.
First fish, Lee. Here's our first fish.
3 of these. She ignored it forever, and then all of a sudden she was like, followed it all the way to the boat. You saw her?
Yeah.
She was right on the trolling motor when she did
it. First fish.
I sped it up and went, she got it.
Still ready at 0.
That's a 6-pounder.
Easy. We'll guess again.
7.4.
Locked in at 7.4.
Is it really?
Absolutely. You picture that one. You good need to measure? Ready at 0. Locked in at 2.2. 2.2. Agreed? Agreed.
Fish ate it right close to the boat.
That changed in a hurry.
Fish are 10 foot away from me when I cast it at it.
10 foot away now.
Look at that fish. Oh my God, look at that fish. All right, get that scale ready. Dang, some of those I've been throwing out were huge.
Can't be right. That locked on at 7.3.
That's a big one. It's super fat.
It is super fat. How is that locked on at 7.3? It's a little head. That's a healthy.
7.3.
That's what it locked on at.
Nice.
Beautiful fish. Look bigger than that.
Nah, she was short, just fat.
Yeah. Fantastic.
That was lucky. I thought there were carp just sitting there. There's 2 of them. Came underneath it, sucker. This hell.
Scale already at 0.
I was on 10 on top of it.
Locked in at 3.5.
Looks like a 3.5 to me.
Locked in at 1.5. Locked in at 2.10. Agreed? 2.10.
was walking down memory lane. His business did tells out through the rain. See in his eyes, ain't too much life left in the vein.
Good job today.
He tells the sun I'll be out on the run. You'd ever get out of this chair. If you don't mind, I'll be out of my mind.
They smoking today.
Thanks for the time you could spare.
From Longview, Texas, Lee
Today, 24 pounds and 6 ounces. His Big Fish 7-4, going to give him a total of 32.10. And Lee, I know this is not what you had planned, but we go all around the country, and we have hometown heroes everywhere. And everybody's, one of the hardest things to do is to win on your home body of water. And this guy didn't just do it, he dominated the last 2 times we were here. Let's celebrate a great angler. Hopefully that makes it feel a little better.
Yeah, it does. Just the support, not just all my family right there and friends and sponsors. It's all mixed, but all y'all out here, all y'all fans, everybody watching at home, and just the support. I had 15, 20 boats follow me today when I'm in last place. That's what means a lot to me, is just the support I have, and most importantly, my wife. I was in a terrible place yesterday when I got through, and she dealt with me being a pain in the butt and brought me back there. Today I just went fishing, had fun, did some offshore and some stuff up in the grass, a braid that I like, and it's a great lake. I mean, the weights are insane. It's Lake Fork, Texas. Look at this venue, look at the crowd, and look at the weights. Y'all take care of this place. I love Lake Fork, I love Texas, and I think we're going to go have some Busch Lights right now. And Jameson Whiskey Myers. Thank all y'all. Thank my friends and family. Thank you, everybody. I'll see y'all at the next one.
Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Lee Livesay, the winningest pro in the last 5 years on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
$42.15 got in. I had $40.15. I was 2 pounds shy. I needed one more 4-pounder. Oh, I had 2 of them on. No excuses. Just fishing. You're going to have stories about how you lose them. You're going to have stories about how you don't. I don't know. I hate to be that guy that says, man, tell you what I should have had. But when you see both of them, oh, it sucks.
Had a great practice, was hard-headed. Just, I don't know, seen fish both days. They wouldn't commit on my bait to do well, just didn't execute, poor decisions, Sucks. 2 bad tournaments in a row is not what you want. So, I don't know. We got to do some rethinking and regroup. Get the wheels rolling again in the right direction for the next one.
All right. So yeah, fork reflection.
Fork was just a stupid event. That's about it.
We're about to go let out a lot of stress and anger on a pig that we have trapped.
See what he's doing right now. We'll see if he's getting ready or not in the
Clay
trap.
got the whole Life 360 on his pen.
He's looking around. He's wondering. There he is. There he is.
If it's under 100 pounds, I'll keep it.
Caleb's going to get in there and wrestle him.
I'm going to lasso him and try to catch him live first.
Bear wrestling.
He's going to put the smack down on him.
I'm going to lasso him, cinch him up, get in there, grab him by his back legs, and try to flip him over and stab him.
Take his goddamn jacket off. Oh, is it happening right now? Let's
What are we doing, Caleb?
About to mark something. My man.
Damn, we got some good people here tonight.
We got
Chad Bailey.
We got damn Buddy Love.
Everybody. Good damn people.
I'm trying to look at him. He's bristled up, dude. He's mad as hell.
You're gonna be dumb, you better be tough. Don't post that his age till it's over.
Wait on the road.
You got a crowd! You got a crowd!
What you waiting on? Been here for 10 seconds. Get in there.
God!
Don't get in, dude.
Oh my God, Dale's getting in!
Hey! Hey!
Hey! Go, get Get rope! Got that Deion Sanders in me still, son!
I feel like you doubted me. You were like, "Do not get in there, Dale. Do not get in there, Dale."
I was, dude, you impressed me how quick you jumped out.
Dale jumped in and went right back out.
All right, I'm gonna break my neck.
Dude, he almost had you right there, dude.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Hey!
Yeah, tournament's over. It's been over for me. It's the final day now. We're jumping back on FS1 Live with Mercer here in just a minute.
The legendary Lake Fork has lived up to its legend this week, and its legend continues to grow.
And just hang out at the expo. You know, hang out at all the booths, Yamaha guys, chill with the fans, and hang out with the crowd, and see who wins this thing on the home pond. See how big she shows out today.
Are you ready?
Fork obviously didn't work out how we wanted to. You know, we bombed there, but you know, it was one of those chances you take every now and then. I figured the forward-facing sonar stuff would dominate, and I did it the second day and caught what I caught. I had some bites in practice. I thought I could do really good fishing some other stuff that you see in the video, and it just didn't pan out.
Fishing phenom from Illinois, Trey McKinney, 33 pounds, 10 ounces, 33-10, and Trey McKinney becomes the youngest Bassmaster Elite Series champion in history with 130 pounds and 15 ounces.